What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be talking about women shame men for wanting love. That's a pretty bold statement, but hear me out. Women do shame men every day for wanting love. It's diabolical. Like, if any of you all have watched any of my videos, I'm not really a religious dude, and actually I think a lot of it's bogus, but some of it's good. But I don't believe there's evil or good people in the world. There's just people. People are people, and people act naturally according to their nature, and or they don't, and or they go against their nature, and a lot of people don't even understand their nature. And if you watch any of my videos, I talk about it all the time. Nature, right? And so women don't even realize that they're shaming men for wanting love, right? And let me explain. So, sex is physical love, right? And what do women do? Well, all guys just want sex. Well, that's love, right? That's physical love. So they're shaming men, manipulating men that sex is and love is a bad thing. Physical love is a bad thing. Yeah, I want physical love. Heck yeah, I do. We all do. We're men, right? Us men, we have a ton of love to give people. So you dang right I want some physical love. What's wrong with that? That's a man's nature. We want that. But then they say all guys just want sex. So yeah, we want love. Absolutely. We're not getting love. So what's wrong with that, But men and women don't realize that that's manipulative, and that that's even manipulation. I talk about this all the time. Manipulation is a constant it's such a subtle thing with them, like, and women are manipulative by nature. They don't even realize that they're doing these things. They don't even realize how manipulative they are. Like they just naturally do them. It's like, you ever seen Batman, The Dark Knight? When Joker's talking to Heath Ledger's talking to Harvey in the hospital, and Harvey got half his face blown off, and he's all pissed off, and Joker's like, plans. I don't have any plans. I just do things. Well, that's women. They just do things. Like, this is just what they do. Like, they can't help it. They just do it. They don't even know that they do it. And if they do know that they do it and do it anyways, that's even worse, right? But if they are aware of it, self-aware of it, and they're making an attempt to not do it, I mean, I don't even know what to say to that, because, well, I don't really ever encounter that. That's not their nature, right? Their nature is to manipulate men and deceive men to get their way. I mean, they start out as little teeny girls, crying to daddy, and then, dad's like, oh, consoles her, and here you go, and gives her whatever she wants. And she learns from such a 2-3-year-old age just how to cry to get her way. And then, you don't think that they evolve with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they don't know that it's manipulative because they've never had anybody tell them that that's manipulative. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's too many soft, weak, and or unintelligent men that don't understand that y'all are being manipulated. And of course the women aren't going to admit that they're manipulative. Like, accountability is a woman's kryptonite, right? I mean, so they're not going to go, yeah, we're manipulative. Sometimes they will if they have any maturity to them, and any self-awareness and any honesty in them. But that's a very rare thing for a woman. I'm, it just is. They all think they're good. Every single woman thinks she's good, yet and they are to everybody else in front of everybody else. But when nobody's watching, when the husband's not watching, they're deceitful. Oh, don't tell him I did this. Don't tell him I did that. They're deceitful behind their even husband's back. I know, guys, I hate to say it, and I really do, I hate to admit this, but I have been propositioned and hit on by preachers' wives for hookups multiple times. I'm not joking. I wish I was. That's how serious it is. Like, they are deceptive, man. Like, it doesn't matter if she's a good church traditional woman or not. I've had traditional women literally cheat on their husbands. Like, it You guys don't understand. Women are just women. They're not good or bad. They just do things because they're nature, right? And us guys, they always complain that all men are cheaters and we're just horn dogs and we want sex all the time. That's their shame. Oh, all guys are just horn dogs and they just want sex all the time. Yeah, we want love, absolutely. We want physical love from you ladies. And how dare you shame us for it? That's horrible. Horrible. WHORE. Horrible. You know? And I don't mean that. Yeah, anyway. So, yeah, how dare you ladies for shaming us for wanting physical love in the form of sex? Yeah, you darn right we do. We don't get it very often. You know? I mean, most guys hardly ever get it. The poor suckers. That sucks, man. But hopefully this channel's providing some information for people. I mean, you know, this is just my perspective. And there's tons of guys, videos, you know, channels popping up all over the place talking about attraction now. I'm starting to see it. Now that I said I hadn't seen it, I'm starting to see it a lot everywhere, which is good. I mean, other dudes need to start understanding this stuff because dudes are freaking clueless how y'all are being manipulated. Like, it's crazy, man. It's so subtle, right? Like I said, just the how dare you make me feel that way? I can't believe you make me feel that way. You know, that's what women say all the time. I can't believe you make me feel that way. That's emotional terrorism. She's trying to use how you made her feel against you, right? That's manipulation. That's emotional terrorism, right? She's trying to use how you made her feel against you to change your behavior. I can't believe you make me feel that way. How dare you make me feel like that? You know, bitch, are you an autonomous adult, ladies? Yes, you are. You are a freaking adult. You are in control and responsible for your own emotions, period. It's not our job to cater to or pander to your emotions or to your vagina or to your body or for anything. And men, you need to you need to have that same mindset because it's not our job to cater to them. Y'all are adults, right? You wanted equality, you wanted adulthood, you wanted guys to stop treating you like you're, you know, less than us. So, well, get a job, pay for yourself, go buy your own house, go do your stuff. Your emotions, you're in control of them. It's not a man's job to tiptoe around your feelings. I'm not going to tiptoe around anybody's feelings. You know, like I said, women shame us for wanting love. How horrible is that? So why am I going to tiptoe around them? And all women do that. I guarantee all of you have heard millions of women say, and probably even your mother, oh, all men just want sex. Yeah, we want physical love. What is wrong with that? You see what I'm saying? You know, and guess what? Women want sex. It just so happens that they can get it all the time. So they're not desperate for it. You know what I mean? But most men are desperate for sex because, well, most men don't know how to get it, you know? Like, I was there once, you know, now I know how to get it. Now I freaking, like I said, I've got preachers' wives trying to hook up with me, and I'm like, nope, I don't want that bad karma. Mm-mm. You know? I'm not even super religious, but I just, you know, I mean, I can, but I'm just like, whoa. You know, I've slept with married women before, absolutely. Again, they came on to me. I don't pursue women. I don't go after women anymore. I'll let somebody know that I'm attracted to them and be like, damn, you're beautiful, you know, or something like that. Cool, have a nice day. But I don't try to, oh, let me get your number. Let's go out. Let's do this. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. Like, if I'm feeling that she's really wanting me to do that, then I'll ask them. But otherwise, I don't care. I'm just out and about doing what I've got to do, and then I'm, you know, minding my own business. I mind my own, you know. But you know, you should never chase after women ever, you know, because when you take that power away from them, they can't hurt you, you know. And not only can they not hurt you, but it's also attractive because you're being a man, right? You're being strong by not allowing them to hurt you, right? They see, unconsciously to them, like I said, they don't even realize they're doing it. They want to find a guy that's like strong and tough and, oh, damn, this dude's got his shit together. Like, I can't push him off emotional center, right? Like a stoic dude. And they're like, fuck, this guy's cold, man. I can't freaking, you know, and this is definitely a Patrice thing. But they're like, I want to find a guy that I can't knock off center. But then they want to try to use that thing down there to try to whittle away and chip away at his confidence over time and get him to slowly deteriorate himself and give in to her more and more and more and more and more until he's a freaking shell of himself and he's just pandering to her all the time. And believe me, gentlemen, you know what I'm talking about, all of you. And ladies, you know exactly what I'm talking about too. It's horrible, man. This is what's going on. And people need to understand it. It's not rocket science. It's just what's going on under the surface. It's the sub-communication on top of the communication that's going on when we interact with each other. There's the verbal communication, what you're hearing from me, and what you're and stuff like that. But then there's the sub-communication, my energy, my body language, my tone of voice, all those things. You see what I'm saying? So that is an energy thing. And women are way more in tune with those things than you men are. Point blank period. And so you have to understand that, and you have to get better at reading what they're looking at and reading them too, because when you can, like I was just saying, talking to women, you know, I just try to gauge the interaction with them. Like, how are they responding to me? I'm just going to be myself, whether that pisses them off or not. I don't give two fucks if I piss women off or not. Just being myself. I'm going to say what I want, I'm going to do what I want, and I'm going to go where I want and do basically be who I want. I don't care about tiptoeing around women's feelings. I'm not out to hurt anybody now, but I'm not going to water myself down and not be who I am because somebody's offended by me. Absolutely not. Narcissists expect you to tiptoe around their feelings. I'm not doing it. So I'm not saying I'm out to hurt anybody. Absolutely not. But I'm just not going to do that. So again, I try to gauge my interaction. You know, how is a woman responding to me? Because I'm the leader, right? Men, you're supposed to be the leader in the interaction. If you're not asking women questions, you're not leading the conversation. You know, women want a leader. They want somebody that asks them questions, good questions, not just like, hi, how are you? How's your day? What are you up to? Where are you going? You know, no, they want stuff that's going to emotionally engage them. What's the most exciting thing you did the other day, last week, or this month, or this year, or this past year? You see what I'm saying? Something that elicits emotion out of them, you know? And open-ended questions like, how did you feel about it? Ask their opinion on something. Like, hey, I saw this, you know, how do you feel about this? That's an open-ended question. Don't ask yes or no questions or short answer questions that you expect a short answer from. Ask questions that you would expect a longer answer from. You know what I mean? Like something that a woman can elaborate how she feels, because her talking about her feelings makes her feel also that you're in tune with her feelings. Do you see how that works? So you're making her feel things. This is going to help attract her, because she's going to think to herself later, damn, he was asking me stuff. That's different. Because other dudes never ask women things, ever. It's crazy how much I hear that from women. Like, I just had a girl on my massage table on Saturday. It's what, Monday? Yeah. Saturday's last day I worked, literally. I think she was 26 or something. But we were having this exact conversation about how dudes have no idea what they're doing when it comes to dating and seduction. Most dudes are so clueless. You got, like, most dudes don't ask good questions. You just go out and then you talk about yourself. Oh, well, I do this and I do this and this is what I want. And this is, no, like, when you go out with a woman, your whole goal is to just get to know her. Like, if she is interested in you, she's going to ask you questions too, yes. But you need to be asking her questions to build the attraction, to get her going, oh man, he's different than other guys because he's listening to me, he's in tune with my emotions, he's paying attention, you know, and then whatever they tell you, repeat a little bit back to them. That's called active listening. You know, anyways, I'm getting way off topic, but you know, we talk about all that stuff later. That's a whole nother thing. But you know, it's horrible that men, yeah, like most men can't get love from women because you don't know how to elicit love from women. I mean, you don't know how to make women feel good to want to give you love. You see what I'm saying? And and so they're upset about that, and that's why they're complaining about dudes, because most dudes don't have a clue what they're doing. You know, and that's why women are saying be better. That's why there's such a disparity in the percentages. Um, it's not because you have to have income and a social status and a six-pack abs to be 6 feet tall. That's not how you attract women. Trust me, gentlemen. Like I said, this channel is not surface level RP content. No, this is about attraction. Attraction is deep in a woman. It's internal. It has nothing to do with your money. It has nothing to do with your looks. Why do I have a busted face and a busted tooth, and I've slept with more women in my life than I can count on both hands, multiple times. I can't even count anymore how many women I've slept with. And I've turned down so many women I could have slept with. You see what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with looks. I've never made six-figure in my life until last year. But I've slept with so many women. I've been sleeping with women since I was 12 years old. I mean, well, you know, they weren't women at that time, but, you know, I was 12, so. But, you know what I mean? That's when I lost my V card, was when I was 12 years old at a church lock-in, you know? And I've been sleeping with women, you know, girls ever since. You know, it's not hard. You just got to understand how to elicit attraction out of them. You have to elicit emotion from them. You have to make them feel safe with you, that you're not some dude that can't control himself, can't control his emotions, can't control his thing down there, you know, and you know, like, they want a guy that's in control of himself, but they take it too far and shame us for being naturally wanting to sleep with women. I mean, it is what it is. They just have no idea about men, just as much as men don't know about women. That's why we're having these conversations. It goes so much deeper than just surface level, oh, provisioning, protection, blah, 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 blah. No, it's how you make a woman feel. Those provisioning or protection things, they make a woman feel something. You see what I'm saying? But that's not the only way you make a woman feel something. You can make her feel things many other ways. So that's what I'm saying. Attraction is not just surface level about your looks, social status, money, you know, your house, anything like that. You know, I've only owned my house for probably the last 2-3 years now. So again, I've never had a house, and I've still slept with tons of women. How'd I do it? You know, if it had to do with six-figure income or six-pack, I don't have six-pack abs, man. I got a belly, man. I like food a lot. Like, you know, I go to the hockey rink, play a lot of hockey, but, you know, you just gotta understand that women are shaming men for wanting love, and it's sick and twisted. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts, you know. Oh, men just want sex. Yeah, we want love. Physical love is sex. We want love. Most men aren't getting love from anybody. Most men don't get love from anyone. So yeah, most men are desperate for love. Thankfully, I know how to get love from women, because I know how to give love to women and make them feel like I love them. You see what I'm saying? Even if you don't love women, you can still make a woman feel like you love her. Does that make sense? I know that, again, it's deep, right? It's not surface level. Like, you can literally make a woman feel like you love her and care about her, but you don't. You can make her feel that way, though, you know, by just how you show up for her, you know. But I mean, in a way, I mean, if you are showing up like that, I mean, I guess you do love. I mean, it's just, there's different degrees of love, right? You know, like, I love women, but I don't love women more than I love me, right? Why would I do that? That's, you know, I'm here to live my experience on this earth. And this is my experience that I want to experience. I'm not here to sacrifice my experience for somebody else and so that they can have a better experience. Why? Who told you that? Whoever sold that to you, mind screwed the heck out of you. I'm telling you, because that is bogus. I'm not saying don't love and support people. I'm just saying you should never sacrifice your own happiness to be miserable, I mean, for somebody else. Like, now I understand, like, sacrificing something you want to do and just compromising, but you're still not miserable by compromising. I'm saying like being actually miserable. Deep down you're miserable, but you're doing it anyways for them. That's stupidity. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. You're not living this existence to cater to other people. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing. I mean, it just is what it is. Like, they're not living their life to cater to you. Again, women are takers. They're out to take from men. You know, they want to go out on this boat. They want to take this money from you. They want to take all the jewelry. They want to take the fur coats. Dudes offer them these things, so of course they're going to take them. And then they're going to expect dudes to just want to give them if guys love us. But that's not really love. It's manipulation, right? Men trying to give gifts in order to get sex. That's manipulation too. Absolutely. Men are just as manipulative. Where'd you learn it from? Women. Men aren't naturally manipulative like that. I'm not naturally manipulative. Absolutely not. I'm very open, honest. I don't need to manipulate anybody, to get what I want or what I need from people. I just simply ask and or tell them. If they don't want to give it to me freely, well, I'll move on to the next one. But I have good relationships with people to where I give myself to them when they're in need. I don't expect it back from them, but I will get it back from somebody else when I'm in need. And I trust the universe to work all that out, right? Like us as men, we have a ton of love to give. I got a ton of love to give many people, and I'm not going to limit my love to just one woman because she wants to harness my love for herself. That's selfishness. I'm not going to agree to that. And then she's going to use her thing down there to as a weapon to get you to do things or don't do things for her. That's manipulation, right? That's what I'm saying. You have to understand the games of these things and how subtly people do this and how subtly women are manipulated, because they are. How dare you make me feel like that? I can't believe you make me feel that way. All you want is sex. Yeah, like, yeah, I made you feel that way. And, like, you see, have indifference to them they're going to test you with those things. They're going to try to manipulate you. They do it successfully with most men. That's why they're going to continue to do it, because they don't believe that you're any different than most men. Because most men, are just weak. Like, they don't stand up to them about this stuff because most men are unaware of this stuff. So how can you stand up to women if you're not even aware that you're being manipulated? See what I'm saying? So you have to be aware of it. You have to be aware of how they're doing it, and don't trust them blindly. Like, when a woman wants to do something for me, I look at her sideways like, what do you want from me? You see what I mean? Like, all the time, every time. I mean, of course I'm appreciative of, but I'm still skeptical. Like, oh, you want to do this for me? Why? You see what I'm saying? Like, and it's not because, I give freely to people all the time. I would give people a shirt off my back if I can to help people out. I love people, but just because I love people doesn't mean I like their actions all the time, and want to be around them all the time. But that's a whole nother topic. But yeah, man, women shame men for wanting love, sex, physical love. Sex is physical love, and women shame us for wanting that. It's horrible, and I don't agree with it. And how dare you, ladies? How dare you? Seriously. What if men went around and be like, all women want is just love from us. How dare them? All you want is love from us, ladies. All you want is love. Can't believe you. All you want is our money. All you want is our provisioning and protection. Like, well, I guess guys are kind of doing that nowadays, aren't they? Like, I'm not, but I understand like what y'all need and want naturally, so I don't need to shame you for it. I understand what you need and what you want, and that you're trying to extract that out of me without me willingly giving it to you. That's what. Women are takers. They will take. As long as men will go, here you go, take it all. Hopefully I'll get some punani. Take it all, I worship the ground you walk on. Putting them on a pedestal, man. Like, no, don't do that. Like, they ain't worth that. Like, they're just women. They're common. There's women all over the place, man. They all got vaginas. And guess what? They all feel the same. Like, some are tighter and looser, but They all feel, it's not the vagina that is special. It's who is attached to it and how they treat you, gentlemen. It's how's a woman going to treat you? How's she going to make you feel? Like, that's what I look for. What's she going to do for me? Because I already know how to make her feel something because she wants to screw me. So, but she's trying to manipulate me to get more stuff out of me with that thing. You see what I mean? Like, you got to understand everything that they do is manipulation to get something from you all the time, whether they realize it or not. And as long as you're skeptical to all of them and all of their advances and understand that, and I hate to say it, but just don't trust them. They ain't trustworthy. Women by nature are not trustworthy. They are deceptive, manipulative, seductresses. Seductresses. Like, men aren't seductresses. Men can seduce, yes, but we're not known to be seductresses or seducers. I mean, the very top men, that can get, I know how to seduce women. I'm not gonna lie. I know what to do to turn them on when I'm out with them and having a good time. And, if I can get them out and talking to them, I know I can get them in bed. Absolutely. I know that if they're going out with me, I already know that I've got it in the bag because they're already out with me. And I know how to make them laugh and have a good time. Because I'm not looking to get in their pants. I'm literally only trying to just have a good time with them, to see what they're all about and get to know them. But see, my whole goal with going out with women isn't to get in their pants. It's just literally to have fun and get to know them. That's your whole goal. That should be your whole goal. Hang out and have fun, And if hooking up happens, that's cool. But you'll know, gentlemen, you'll know if she's interested in you. But see, I know that if I can get them to go out, I know how to build the anticipation and the attraction, and I know the art of seduction, basically. I know how to build it, and I know how to build their attraction and anticipation for it, and so that they're so hot and heavy where they want to jump on me. Seriously, I know how to do it. It's not hard. You just have to know how to treat them and how to, again, it's all about you gentlemen and how you show up, and how she's responding to you. So if she's not responding to you, then you're failing. You're doing a bad job. Women aren't good or bad, right? It's not women's fault that you don't get women. It's your fault, gentlemen. I'm telling you. I had to have that hard truth myself in life, but it's a hard pill to swallow. Oh man, I didn't mean to do that. But it's a hard pill to swallow. I mean, gentlemen, you got to understand, if you're not getting attention from women, it's your fault. Absolutely. It's not, oh, well, other men are better than you. No, you can't. That's a defeatist attitude, right? Like, I didn't have that attitude. I used to be just like everybody else and be clueless when it comes to all this stuff. And I had to be like, what am I missing? What's the knowledge that I'm missing? How come I can attract all these women I don't want and I can sleep with them, but I don't want to sleep with them? But then there's all these women over here that I do want, and they're beautiful and they're hot. I'm fawning all over them, blah, 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 blah. But I can't, I can kind of talk to them and they're kind of interested in me, but I can't get them into bed. What's the knowledge gap in what am I missing here? You see what I'm saying? And that's my fault, right? I took accountability for that. See, men, you have to take accountability for your lack of knowledge with women, and if you don't, then you're not going to get better with them. And so you have to admit, hey, you don't know as much as you think you know, and unfortunately, many of us didn't have older brothers or fathers to teach us this stuff. We had to. Experience is a cruel teacher. It gives you the test and then it gives you the lesson. You know what I mean? And we've been tested. All of us have been tested, right? So it's, now that I know all this stuff, I don't even try and I don't even care anymore, because I have wonderful relationships with women, and I don't need to pursue relationships with women because I already am fulfilled and happy without them. Does that make sense? Once you understand who you are as a man, and once you understand who they are as women, or what they are and how they operate, it kind of puts you off to them, because, well, you don't really want to, and a lot of you guys understand what I'm talking about, because there's tons of RP content that's off-putting to women, and some of it's valid. Look, I'm not going to lie, but most of what they're talking about is all just surface level stuff. They're not talking about how to attract women. They're not talking about how to better yourself or grow your game. So I shouldn't even say game, but just grow as men. You got to grow, man. You got to develop your mental fortitude. You got to develop your emotional fortitude. You got to develop your body. You got to develop your finances, and you got to be balanced in all those areas, and your spirituality. And and I don't mean religion, no, because spirituality is the relationship you have with yourself and how that connects to the relationship that you have with the universe. And some of you would call that religion, but again, I don't believe in religion because religion has tons of missing information in there. It hasn't. If religion had all the answers for all of us, then why is there nothing about this stuff in the Bible? How to attract women and make women fall in love is one of the most key pieces of information that the Bible and religious texts should have, right? Why doesn't it? Again, religion's man-made. It's meant to control us. Devious men figured out how to use the illusion and manipulation of what this good idea of a good man should be or would be, and got everybody to buy into a hook, line, and sinker and go against themselves as men and women. That's what religion is. It gets you to go against your nature, and then everybody and it's. That's just it. You're going against your nature, and women are going against their nature. I've talked about it in other videos. Marriage vows are literally like you're expecting a woman to be loyal to her word, her vow, right? But that's not how women operate. I've talked about it in other videos. Women are only loyal to their feelings and how they feel despite their word. Men, we're loyal to our word despite our feelings. Women, they're loyal to their feelings despite their word. But Christianity says, say these vows in front of a bunch of people. And then men go, oh, well, she said the vows, she should honor that. Women aren't honorable people. They're loyal only to their feelings. So why would you expect them to be any different? It's stupidity. Why would you expect a shark to act like a dog? Why are you expecting a woman to act like a man? Ladies, why are you expecting men to castrate ourselves and act like little bitches and act like women? You see what I'm saying? Like, this is literally how simple life is. But people convolute it and make it so darn hard because everybody's insecure about what they are, a man or a woman, and how that's supposed to operate, and it really is just how your natural biology wants you to do stuff. That's what's natural. Why would you want to change that? That's stupid. Why would you want to be less human than how you were born? Why would you want to be less of a man than than what you were born as? Why do you want to be less of a woman than what you were born as? Why are you rejecting yourself? There's some real big internal problems inside you if you can't figure out what you are. And you don't get a choice in the matter is what I'm saying. You're born either this or this, period, point blank. That's it. And you got to honor that and accept it. But people aren't doing that. People, they want to have an idea of what love is. They want to have an idea of what, I think, marriage, women have this idea, well, if men would just commit to, men don't love women if they don't commit to us. That's bullshit. There's tons of love that we give women without even committing to them. It's women that don't love men unless we commit to them. They won't give us sex, right? That's what the idea of a virgin is. So you want a woman to withhold sex from you until you give her a commitment that goes against your nature. So you want her to manipulate you against your nature. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see how mind screwed this is? Do y'all understand? Please like and share this video. Please get this out to more people. Please. People got to understand. Why is nobody talking about this stuff? Please, more people need to talk about this stuff. It really is this simple. But gentlemen, you can't allow women to manipulate you. You have to call them out on their manipulation. You have to call them out on them manipulating us for wanting love, for wanting sex. Because, like I said, sex is physical love. So, why are we tolerating that? I'm not, Anytime a woman says that, I call her out and shame her, and not shame her, but I call her out for shaming men for wanting that. You know, that's, I mean, how dare those women want love? Can't believe them. See how bad that is? Like, you know, if men started shaming women for wanting love, you know, we'd be freaking ostracized and chastised. But you know, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, so yeah, women shame men for wanting love. It's crazy, and I wish it weren't true, but that's just women's nature is to manipulate, and shaming men is a way that they manipulate us. So it just is what it is. Women are manipulative by nature. They don't even realize what they're doing. It's so subtle. You know, it's so ingrained in their nature. And we've got to call them out on it so they're aware of that, you know? Because I don't think it's, I mean, it is what it is. So you just got to, that's how you navigate them. You have to understand what they're doing. You have to understand how their base nature, what they're communicating, what they're doing under the surface when you're, you know, talking to them up here, surface level, you know, the communication up here. So it's not rocket science, gentlemen. Y'all can learn it. If I did, y'all can. But you have to invest in yourself and invest in your knowledge and learning this stuff. So anyways, I hope this video was helpful. You know, drop a comment in the comment box below if you want to. If you don't want to, that's cool. Thanks for watching. I care about each and every one of you, genuinely and sincerely. You know, not even that, you know, I just want people to understand this stuff and to be happier. All of us, men and women, you know, but we can't be happy if we're going against our natural proclivities as men and women. And so let's cut that crap out, you know. But society and people that are scared and insecure people aren't going to like this. They're not going to like that, you know. So, you know, it is what it is. But anyways, like I said, give me a like, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. If you have any suggestions or if you have any topics you want me to discuss about this stuff, feel free to say so. I try to read and respond to everybody. So, you know, it is what it is. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week and be blessed. All right. Thanks, guys.